Welcome back to the Late to Chess podcast with Dr. Pop Pop is back.
Good to be back. Good to be back.
Doctor, we
Let's talk
have,
chess.
yeah, I mean, why not? It is a chess podcast. We probably should talk about it. Doctor, I remember
Yes.
you were part of a group effort where I brought up this one book, which is going to form the basis for a series of episodes. I brought
Yes.
up this one book to make fun of one of our friends. And then I'm sitting there reading the book going, this is a really good book. you know, you know, maybe,
Yep.
maybe this book, even though on appearances, it looks kind of dumb. Like it's one of those chess books you'll find in the airport or something. It's not like deep,
Correct.
Dvoretsky's Endgame Manual or anything like that.
Right. Right.
It's it's kind of light and fluffy, but
Right.
I got it as a gift when I first started playing chess. Somebody said, "Oh, you're playing chess? Oh, look at this. This is the Tao of Chess." I'm like, "Okay." And then I looked at it again now that I'm a little bit more further down the road,
Right.
and I'm like, this book, it's like the ancient Chinese wisdom from those Chinese kung fu movies when you're growing up. The old sensei, you
Right.
know, even what was it, Karate Kid, the wax
Yeah.
on, wax off.
Wax on,
Oh,
wax
yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And I'm looking at this book going, if we did what's in this book, we'd be better than we are right now. So why are we
Right.
making fun of this book?
Right. Right. Well, I can't even, this is coming out of my mouth, but there are some principles
Principles.
in,
Uh-oh. I
in
know where we're going.
some principles in chess that we need to get down in our minds and be reminded of them because luck will only take you so far.
Yes. So, doctor, while we're here, allow me
Yes,
to get my club out.
yes.
And there's this dead horse over here, and I want to whack on the dead horse. Some would say beat on the dead horse.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a principle and a law?
What's the difference between a principle and a law? Um, I feel like a principle is more of a suggested way
Mm-hmm.
of doing something, where a law is it is the way that is the way it is. That
So I
is the way it is.
so I think of it in terms of percentages.
Ah, okay.
A
Yeah.
law is 100%. Like
Right.
this is you do this every time. Like when you castle, you move the king two and the rook one. That is a law. A principle is a general guideline, which is mostly true, but needs to be verified because it's not true all the time.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if I would even say it's mostly true. I would say it can be true.
Mm-hmm. But if it's true, it's good, right? That's kind of fundamentally.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So when it's true, it's good. When it's not true, it could be bad. And sometimes when it's not true, it could be really bad. So we have a very dear friend who likes to play strongly with principles.
Little chess for sure.
Yes. Yes, I'm talking just in chess. And I think that may be holding them back from where they could be because instead of following the principles almost, I'm going to use the word blindly, but that's only because my vocabulary is not coming up with a better word.
Hmm.
I think we'd both like to see them calculate to confirm the principle to make sure it's the
Yeah.
right one to do in that particular part. So, such as Tao of Chess, Tao of Chess, TAO of Chess. We're going to do um, series with this on each chapter. And some of the chapters will take longer than others, but this is good. And I thought it would be fun to start with this. So the first chapter in the Tao of Chess, which is just a series of what I would call these principles. The first chapter is on the board, and there's There's only four principles in here, and I thought we'd go over them and discuss them a little bit. Some of them I actually hadn't heard written in this way, but the first section of the board chapter is if you control more than half of the squares on the board, you have an advantage. Had you heard that before? Put that way?
No. I say it one more time. Say it one more
If
time.
you control more than half of the squares on the board, you have an advantage.
No, but the way I've heard it or read it, and it wasn't actually that long ago, it's if you have more of the squares past the fault line or the
Okay.
halfway line or whatever, I can't remember the word used, you have an advantage. That's your a principle. You need to get to that line before the halfway line of the chessboard before your opponents do.
Okay. I have
Yeah.
heard that if you control more squares than your opponent, but this is saying if like the board has 64 squares,
Right.
that's just simple
Yeah.
math. So here they're saying if you control more than half of those squares, which would be 33, you have an advantage. And I can see what they mean by that. And I can see that that's kind of one of the things that I think is defined within the chess dojo as one of the reasons why we have to develop because a pawn can only control two squares or three squares, depending on how you think about it, right? But a
Right, right,
piece can
right.
control eight squares, 16 squares, depending on the piece. It controls as many squares as possible. Like a rook is what, 14?
14. Yeah, we heard that too, right?
Yeah,
And the same thing with the knight, right? How
right.
many?
So how many pawns would it take if they control three squares? How many pawns would it take to have 33? You'd have to have 11 pawns, which, I don't know about your games. My games don't have 11 pawns very often. I've never promoted a pawn to a pawn, so or started a second lap with my pawn as it comes back for round. Never did that. So I think it's basically saying try to control as many squares as you can. Why are you making a face over my lapping pawns?
No, I'm just thinking. I, I was thinking, has anybody ever had a pass pawn, took it to the, to the other end, and just left it a pawn?
No,
Do you have to convert?
I don't know. I mean, I've seen there's this one guy that I follow on Chess Bros. He was playing this one guy, and the guy wouldn't resign. So I think he had like two pieces as king and like five or six pawns. So he converts all the pawns into the different pieces and he puts all the pieces back to their original spots. And then he herds the king all the way back to where it's mated with all of his eight pieces in their original spots right in front of him. The king is mated and trapped. And I'm just like, how much time did you spend to pre-move all of those moves? I'm just like,
Wow.
you're at a different level there, Mister
Yeah.
Hamilton.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I was laughing. I was like, anybody ever get their pawn all the way and go because you can't move it anymore if you leave it a pawn as a pawn. You can't
No, it
go
just sits there.
backwards.
It just sits there. I don't know if you could. I don't think it's against the rules.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
That's
Let's
all right.
continue with the Tao.
I couldn't help when you just started laughing at me. I was like,
So-
what are you laughing at? I didn't think it was that funny.
Oh man.
All right. Tau, board, principle number two. A knight on the rim is dim, grim, slim. I've heard so many different ways.
Yeah, it's funny. That's the saying, right? That's the principle, but I've seen it in your game and other games where you moved it a
With
knight
a
to the rim
with a
with
purpose.
a right with a tactic in mind, with a
Hmm.
purpose, and even our sensei Jesse was, oh, I like that move. I see
I
why
think
you
he
did
said it's
that
a
move.
little weird, but
Little
it worked.
weird,
Yeah.
but yeah, you know. So I'm not sure if that is the case that it's
Well,
always dim.
it's not always. Remember, these are principles, not laws.
But like many people act like the principles are laws.
Right. And I think that's going to be the theme for most of this review.
Yeah, yeah, I think so too.
But if you look at it from just practical standpoint, a knight in the middle of the board gets 8 squares, right? It can go to 8 different squares with one jump. And it doesn't matter if there's pieces in between. But if you put it on the edge, assuming you're not near a corner, but just to the edge, it's only
Yeah,
got
yeah.
4. So you basically cut its power in half, right?
Unless you one of those squares
Is what you want.
is what you want to get, right? Or trade
Yeah.
or whatever it is,
Yeah.
right?
Because you couldn't ever have, what is it when you have the king trapped and you made it with a knight? What's that called? I forgot the word.
Oh, smothered attack,
Smothered mate.
smothered,
Yeah.
smothered mate.
It, you could never do a smothered mate if getting to the edge is bad. So it's not always bad.
That's right. That's right.
So is it a good idea? No. Do you, if you're given the choice on your first move of moving your knight to C3 or A3, C3 is best.
Yes.
I mean, it's not Bobby Fischer C3 is best by test, but it's much better than A3,
Right.
you know?
Right. Yeah.
So give your knight the more power and it'll see more squares. I think it goes back to the, if you can see more squares, you have more of an advantage. It's kind of
Right.
like information, you know, if you know more, then you have an advantage over your opponent. Some ways, in many things, even chess. Who knows? So again, it's a principle, not a law. You know, in
Right.
general, don't go to the rim, don't go to the edges, don't cut
Yeah.
down the power of your knight,
Don't be dim.
don't be dim. As I tell my kids, we have a very simple way of, I don't have to say be safe, take care of yourself. Da, 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 da. I just look at them every time they go out and they're doing something. I'm like, don't be dumb.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it. They
That's all.
get it.
That's all right.
They get that principle.
So far, it's definitely not a law though. Oof, man.
No, no.
we could have the parent corner on this one. But anyway, let's
Yeah.
let's let's move on.
Yeah.
So third principle related to the board: place your pawns on the opposite color of your bishops. What's that mean to you, sir?
Absolutely nothing.
I know you don't play this way. That's why I asked. I was like, he's got it.
I
Okay.
need to I need to one of the things that and this is not good. I know it's not good
Yeah, I've gotten you a few
because
times with this.
yeah, I don't even know if this is true what I'm about to say, if it's
Okay.
a principle of law or anything, but I I'm literally looking. This is why I always say about I need to do better with making plans.
Hmm.
Uh, because
You have to make a plan to do better with a plan.
I know. And I'm like, okay, these are, even if I have candidate moves or,
Hmm.
right, I'm like, okay, this is this move. And it's not that I don't think, okay, if I do this, I can do this. I hope I can do this, or depending on my opponent's moves. I just have never, it's new to me, this idea of paying attention, particularly, I get the bishop thing. Um, But when we're talking about the pawns, I don't know. I intuitively I think I'm being intuitive by saying, well, I can maneuver whatever those the squares they're on. And I know that's not true.
No, it's not.
That's not true. I know
I've
because
killed you on this a couple of times. You're
yeah,
you're
I
getting
know.
better though. I don't know
You're
that
not
you
the
think you're getting better. I think you're just naturally getting better because you're tired of
yeah.
getting your head beaten in.
Right. That's the thing. It's just like, no, okay, I remember this. But it's not because I'm thinking, oh, well, I need to have this on this color, I need to have this color. I just recognize, well, he's going to do that, and then he's going to get me, so I have to do this. I get it, but it's not because I'm following a principle. It's because it's like anything else. You know, when you put your hand over the stove and you get your hand burnt, you learn not to do that
Yeah. It's
again.
it's why the forehead's slightly slanted backwards because you've beaten your head into the wall, right?
Yeah, right, exactly. So I wish it was what you're saying. I'm like, oh, of course. Well,
Oh,
because, yeah.
yes, that's obviously. I mean, who doesn't?
No, right. Yeah, no, not at all. It's that I hate to say it, but it's true.
So, so I think one of the reasons that we started talking about this book, and we're going to eventually get to the pawns thing,
Yeah, yeah,
was this is kind of a 101 book, but it's also a 201 book. And I'm thinking as we get better, it's probably going to have even deeper meaning as our chess skills and knowledge get deeper. These things will mean even more to us. But right now, the pawns on the opposite color of your bishops. If your pawns are on dark squares and you have a light square bishop, your bishop can just go zinging around anywhere you want.
Right.
That's one aspect, right?
Right. Right. Right.
And they're,
Yeah.
and they're also influencing or attacking or controlling or pressuring the same color that they're sitting on because the diagonals stay on the same color. So if you have a light square bishop with lots of dark square pawns, you've got a lot of the board covered.
Right.
Conversely, if your opponent has a light squared bishop and all your pawns are on dark squares, he can't touch you or she can't touch you with their bishop. Their bishop is useless.
Right.
So no
Right.
matter no matter what
Yeah.
the bishop does, it can only affect 32 squares. And you aren't on any of those 32.
Right.
Give them
Right.
infinite number of moves. They can't touch you.
Right. And that happened. That just happened in a game Sunday, I think it was. Yeah, Sunday or Saturday, I can't remember. But that's really that was the case that the bishop that my opponent had couldn't touch me. Now, I mean, I know that's why that is, but I don't think that,
Right.
you know.
It's really important when they can attack you from behind because your pawns
Hmm.
can't defend themselves in reverse.
Right, right,
And also, it's really important if your pawns are blockaded. You don't want to be blockaded on the color of your opponent's bishop.
right.
So sometimes when we're playing, and we play a lot, I won't move, like, let's say it's an edge pawn, like an A or an H pawn. I won't move that extra square that I could
Right.
because I don't want to get blockaded on the color where your bishop can get me. I'll give up that square and let you advance into it because you can't touch me with your bishop, and my
Right.
pawn is safe. It's already defended because you can't touch me. So it's
Yeah.
just I don't think it's required at our level. In the plus or minus 1,000 level, but
Yeah.
it's something that I think we're going to grow into as we get better.
Yeah. And now you do it. You're doing it already on purpose.
Yeah,
I mean, I do it by accident,
yeah. Well,
but but that's why I also miss it
yep.
because it's not, you know, lodged in here as okay. If I can keep these rooks on this dark square and get rid of the dark square bishop and only have to fight against the light square bishop,
Right.
I especially in the end game, and I think that's why it's important for me to
Mm-hmm.
learn this is because
Right.
my end game is
Affected
baloney.
by this. Yeah.
It's terrible because I'm not paying attention to that to get to the end game. I get to the end game and then I'm like, wait, he's just going to eat up all my stuff. It's like playing against Pac-Man.
Yum 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 yum.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's the
yeah.
same thing. Like you can't get knife forked if the pieces are on two different colors.
Right,
So if your
right,
king's on the dark square and your rook's on the light square, you can't be knife forked. It doesn't matter. I don't even look. Like if they're on different
right,
colors, I know I'm safe.
right. Yeah,
And that comes in handy when you're under time pressure at the end.
yeah, but yeah,
Because it doesn't matter if I'm what distance
yeah,
I am.
right,
It, it's like eliminated from thought. I don't have to worry about it.
right. That's right. Yeah. Huh. Yeah.
Oh God, I'm helping him beat me more.
Oh yeah, already you helped me with my bishop is useless because of the moving it only one square. So I got that down. I'll
Yeah.
remember that one.
Yeah, but you
And
moved it to one
and this
square
one.
and then you moved it back and then you moved it forward and then you
Well,
moved it
yeah,
back.
yeah. I mean, my bishop is like an old Englishman on a walkabout.
That's right. Doing the do si do over square dancing, right?
Oh my goodness. Don't remind
So
me.
so he played a game for the home players. He played a game against me and we were on move, I think it was 26. This is approximately right. 26 and his bishop had moved 8 times out of the 26 moves and none of them were for a check and none of them were for a capture or a tactic. They were just moves. So nearly one third of your moves were to just move your bishop back and forth and up and down.
Absolutely no point whatsoever.
Yes.
No threat, not even a threat. Never mind capture, not even a threat
Nope.
to anything.
Yep.
It was just Walking around going, yeah, I can do this. I got time. I got nothing but time.
I got nothing but tempos. So, all right, last one for chapter one of the Tao of
Mhm.
Chess, dealing with the board. This was surprising to me the first time I saw it, and it wasn't in this book the first time I saw it. And what it states is that the path, horizontal or vertical on a chessboard, is the exact same number of squares as it is to go diagonal. So A to 8 is 8 squares apart. A1 to A8 is 8 squares apart. I got to use the whole words. And A1 to H8 is 8 squares apart.
Right. Why is that important?
Because when you're in the end game,
Ah,
doctor's favorite
th-
part.
and this is why I don't know this. Go ahead.
We're going to have an end game section just for you one time.
God. So explain it to me.
So when you're at the end game, right?
Right.
If I'm chasing you with my king, I can go diagonal or horizontal, and it doesn't really matter if I just need to go in one direction.
Right. Right. Okay. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
could go from a corner up to the middle and down to the other corner just as easily as I could go straight across.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That I
So
got. I got.
yeah, so that comes in handy when you've got certain squares I'm not allowed to use. Like if you have a bishop and I can't use the light squares, I can just diagonally go dark squares around your bishop. Your bishop can't touch me, yet I'm still not taking any extra moves
Right. Right. Yeah.
with a king.
Right. I'm doing it in my head now. I'm looking at the board in my head.
Yeah, I thought we were doing this for our listeners, but I think we're doing this one more for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, right. This is my sofa time. End games. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I see it now.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
I see it now. Okay.
and it's not that these things are really deep ideas. It's not that these things are really complicated, but if you never thought about it or you never heard it,
Mm.
you're kind of like, oh, or at least I
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, well, yeah, because that's where it actually is. This is why it's always, what do they say? It's a simple game, but it's a
Yeah.
hard game.
Yeah. There's only
Um,
64 squares. How hard can it be?
I mean, the math is simple,
Yeah.
right?
They only
Eight,
move in
eight, eight.
one style. I
Okay.
mean, how hard can it be?
So you do the if you do the math, it's just doing the math in the moves.
Yeah.
That's the thing. While you're making the moves,
Mm-hmm.
you know, yeah. Huh.
All
Yeah,
right.
I didn't think of it that way.
Well,
That's
there you
good.
go. There's a reason why we're doing this. I didn't know it was
Yeah.
for you, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It's, we want to help everybody. And
Listen,
go ahead.
every group, every place has a charity case.
Yeah,
Thank you.
for sure. We're here for you.
Thank
And
you.
you know what? We've never actually said this on this. I was thinking about this the other day.
Hmm.
On this podcast, we've never actually said it, but one of the things that's been the most helpful was finding somebody to learn with.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that's the deal. Even I'll just say it because I do. I mean, I love that we have Jesse for sure,
Yeah.
but I think the best thing for me is having a a good friend who I play chess with and learn with and can ask questions with in a cohort with others too.
Hmm.
That because I wasn't really getting much traction uh, until that kind of camaraderie and that kind of learning together and
Hmm.
learning things and well, just like this, thinking about it in a different way.
And we do
Uh,
think differently about chess, you and I. We do
yeah,
different approaches. Not
for
one's
sure.
not better than the other ones. They're just different.
It's just different, but we're both funny though. We're both getting better.
Yeah.
And I'd say really, I'm not a mathematician, but exponentially,
Pretty close.
you
Yeah.
know, pretty close. I mean, it's not, it's not 1,500 tomorrow, but compared to where
I mean,
we,
we need more podcast episodes. We got to take our time.
that's right, that's right,
That's why we're where we're at. We want to make
that's right.
time.
I mean, yeah, we could finish this next week, but
That's right. I don't want to do it all in one day.
yeah. But yeah, I think you're right. I think having someone to bounce it off, play against, review games, and not review other people's games and stuff is
Ask a question, whatever.
yeah, it's just helpful and it's not just in the skill or
Mm-mm.
knowledge.
Motivation. Doctor, you froze. Come back to me. This is where it's anticipation.
So it's good to,
Up, you're back now. You froze.
yeah. Oh, sorry. I said it's good to, everybody gets, I think, discouraged no matter who you are in
Sure.
chess. And it's good to be encouraged,
Yeah.
you
Talk
know.
people off the ledge.
Yeah, I mean, I've thought of, I probably thought of quitting chess 532,000 times.
Yeah. But you never thought about the color of your bishops and your pawns.
And that's probably why I thought about quitting. But now I won't
There
because
you
I
go.
know. Yeah.
So if you can't find a chess partner, it's always fun. If you can find a friend who's a chess player, even better. If you can find a
Yes.
chess partner friend who motivates you, even better. And you know what? You can write into late to chess podcast at gmail.com. Actually, it's not that podcast. Late to chess at gmail.com.
That's
Maybe
right.
we can start a group. Maybe we can have like tournaments. Maybe we can play together. Maybe the whole team. Maybe we could have meetups
Yes.
as long as we have people that want to meet.
Yes. Bill and I will go anywhere.
Pretty much, yeah. Doesn't take a lot.
Yeah.
Doesn't take a lot. We we
No.
we make bad decisions all the
Yeah.
time.
Very, all the time. Yeah. So I think that, I don't want to put it. I just think that it's integral to to anyone's game to chess is to have chess friends.
It
You know,
helps.
I was reading I am Kostya, right? He's an
Yeah, I am.
international.
Yeah,
I am, and his journey to grandmaster, isn't it? He's trying to
yep.
be a grandmaster. Yeah,
Grandmasters, what he's going for.
yeah, yeah. And he was writing about that, and the thing I caught was, and I was here, and I was with my chess friends, and they helped me feel good about my chess.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yeah, that's good. That's good.
You know what
You
else
know,
is good? I mean, it's a minor aspect of what we've been talking about, though. Sometimes you and I will be talking, or we'll talk to other friends and whatever, and even the review group that we're part of. And somebody will say, "Hey, I don't know this," and then one of us will have read an article, seen a video, whatever, and be like, "Oh, look at this. This will solve your problem." And instead of, because sometimes in chess and other things, other sports, you have a question, but you don't even know how to look it up, even. Like if you don't know the word.
right,
Like I was playing this one opening that a friend of mine had shown me, and I wanted to get a little bit more of an understanding of it, but I didn't know the name of the opening. So how do you look up an opening when you don't know the name to find out, is this good, bad, or what am I doing wrong? Because
right,
I'm good against like this, and this, but if somebody does this, I have no idea what to do. But I
right.
didn't know what the opening was, and it turns out the opening doesn't have a name, but that's fine. But if you can't, sometimes you just don't know, and then sometimes it's good to have like. I went to the chess club and I said, "This is what I do. This is what I think I should do." And I go, this," and they're like, "That's not a thing." I'm like, "Okay, I don't have to spend another 4 days on Google trying to find out, or YouTube trying to find out how to play this better because it's not something," which is fine. But that saved me
Yeah,
time.
right, right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I mean, we all have different, which is also fascinating with all that's out there, how when we share something like, oh, I've never seen that.
Yeah.
That's,
What do you mean the number one chess channel on YouTube I've never heard of? Well, yeah,
yeah. I'm like, oh, okay, this is great. And it's helpful.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Like we had the one last week, I think it was. Was it on past pawns? No, it wasn't past pawns. What was it?
Mm,
It was on something with pawns. Pawn breaks.
Home breaks.
Yeah, and we were trying to define it. We were trying to, and somebody had I think it was a YouTube, and then somebody else had a article,
Right.
and it cleared everything up. And I think the whole group benefited from that. So it was kind of fun.
For sure. For sure.
So you know what else is good? I'm gonna pimp the promotion. If any of our listeners have these, and they don't have a chess friend, or even if they do, but they just want us to do the work for them. Late2chess at gmail.com and say, hey, what does this mean? Or what do I do? Or what should I do? Or I'm new to chess and I want to know what opening I need to start with. I have thoughts.
That's right. And even if we don't know what we're talking about, we can direct you to someone who does,
Or have them on. Even
or
better.
have them on, which
Yeah.
hopefully that will happen.
Soon. We've got a couple of people who've said yes. We just have to schedule them.
Right. Right.
Gotta wait till they're drinking again, so they'll say yes again, and then schedule them while they're drinking, and then hey, you said you're
So
coming on, man. I mean, what the hell?
you promised. You promised.
I've got it on tape.
I don't care if you were on
Okay,
your fourth what do you call it, gin and tonic or not, buddy.
that's fine. That's fine. They didn't have any tonic in it, but that's fine.
Yeah,
That's
for
that's
sure.
why that's why they said yes. Boom,
That's
boom, boom,
right.
boom, boom. Anyway,
Which is another thing. I think this would be a fun topic. I was thinking about, the crazy part of chess, crazy things in chess,
hmm
like Daro. And so and you know how it's different, not just sports, but different parts of life, like a professor or an engineer or a doctor, there's all these kind of stereotype kind of things, it'd be interesting to what are chess players kind of what's the stereotype of chess players? Something, in different eras, like they were big drinkers or they were big smokers or they were
hmm
big, or they were like Bobby Fischer.
I just spell my name the same. That's all. We lost your microphone there, doctor. Nope. I got video, but no mic. No mic. Come back to me.
Uh,
Oh, there you are. You're back.
yeah, okay. Sorry. I don't know what
That's
that
okay.
was.
You're
But
you're,
yeah,
you're unstable internet.
I know. I don't know what that's about. I'm on a mountain. It should work fine. Um,
I've got all this air I can see.
yeah, exactly. I see the tower from here. But yeah, it'd be neat to just think of what people think about. And one of those, like on the street interviews,
Sure. Oh, that'd
what
be
do you
fun.
think? Like if we went to New York City, like we
And
talked
we do
about,
our
remember?
Marshall trip. We'll do this.
Marshall, just go out there. So when I say chess player, what do you think of? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
That'd be
Think
kind
of
of fun.
a sloppy fool like you two. Oh, yeah. I guess that's us. Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. That's right. Do you think chess players are smart? Well, not necessarily. I'm like, oh, okay.
I know you
Thank you.
two, so no, that's not it. Okay.
Nope,
All right.
nope.
Thanks. Well,
Yeah,
at least we're trying to break the stereotype. That's fine.
that's right. That's right. Breaking the wall. Breaking the
That's right.
wall. Breaking down the barriers.
Chess is for everybody.
That's right. Right.
Indeed. All right, Doctor, I think that's one for the books. That's chapter one of the Tao of Chess. And I think there's like 30 something chapters. So we got a series started.
That's right. So, and if you'd like Bill said, get the book and, if you gotta have questions, send it to us or,
Or another
we're
book.
right. Or even, or if that book, tell us where we're wrong.
Yeah, that's always fun because we like to learn too.
That's right. That's right.
As I say, we are the 101 Chess Podcast. We are the lowest rated host of a chess podcast.
Let's go. We know we don't know what we're talking about.
That's right. But we're trying really hard and
That's
we are
right.
getting better. So, we'll get there.
Yep.
There's a lot we don't know. There's a lot we do, but there's a whole lot more that we don't. So,
For sure.
a whole lot more. Anyway, Doctor, thank you. Always fun.
Thank you. Next time.